Well, our correspondent Pedram Khodadadi now joins us from Hosseini Ershad right here in Tehran to give us an update on the situation. Now, Pedram, the voting deadline was extended. Even that is fast closing. Tell us a bit more about how the voting procedure has been throughout the day.
Okay, to give you an idea of what's happening, as I promised, I've come outside. And outside Hosseini Ershad, as you can look over here on my right, the Hosseini Ershad is over here. On the right, there's the line. It's still going as far as I can see. And the elections has been extended till 8 p.m. local time. Now it's 7:30, a little past 7:30. And I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to close at 8 o'clock from the looks of things. Likely, the likely situation is the hours will be extended for a couple of hours. They're going to accommodate for everyone that is waiting to be allowed to vote. They're not going to close the doors on the people that are waiting outside. We have lots of different polling stations all over the country. There might be smaller ones, there might be bigger ones. The smaller ones might not be as crowded, but this one that is in close to Mir Ramad is crowded, and until all of these people vote, the ballot box is not going to close. And as we're getting dark, I'm not going to be able to give you the pictures from outside anymore. This is probably the last one from outside. As you could see, there was quite a big line here. It goes all the way to the entrance, and still inside it's there. Initially, they started with 3 ballot boxes here. Now they've made another extra ballot box. We have 4 in here. And from the looks of things and from the number of people that are here, the officials here are saying it's going to probably get extended for another 2 hours or maybe even 3. Regarding the election observers, I just talked to the officials here. Every candidate is allowed to have observers in every ballot box during the whole day. They're allowed to be in the counting process. They're allowed to observe the voting process so no irregularities happen. And at the same time, the elections candidates, the presidential candidates' representatives are allowed to supervise the vote count. So they can still sit there. They're not going to be counting, but they can see the count. They can see the official results being called into the Interior Ministry. So that's as far as the election count is going to be. So whenever the ballot box is closed, we're going to see a start of counting, and the election observers, both from the Interior Ministry, the Guardians Council, and also for every single presidential candidate, are allowed to take part and take place and be present during the vote count.
Right, Pedram, as we can tell, there is a huge line behind you, and it doesn't seem it will be over within the next 20 minutes or so. But as you just touched upon, what happens once these polls close? You said counting is going to start. When can we expect the results?
Usually we get initial results later in the day, like it starts in a couple of hours, but usually after 6 or 7 hours, when we head into the early morning, we're going to have a couple of millions of counts, so that will give you a good figure. The initial counts that come in after a couple of hours are not very accurate because it's from a very small margin of the number of people, but like by 6, 7 in the morning, let's say if the ballot box is closed by 11, we can have close to definite results by 6, 7 a.m. local time, so that'll be tomorrow morning. In about 10 hours time, about 12 hours time from now, most likely considering previous elections, in about 12 hours time, we can see quite close to figures, close to the final results.
Okay, we'll keep a close eye on the situation there. Pedram Khodadadi there reporting from one of the polling stations in Tehran. Pedram, thank you for that update there.